Hello and welcome to the video. In this video, I will be pitching to you a product called Helping Hands. I'm Aditi and I'm the CEO of this business. So Helping Hands is a business which aims to fight against the stigma for mental illnesses and seeking help for these illnesses. In addition to mental illnesses, it also deals with people who are not really diagnosed with any mental illnesses but are just having a bad day. So a lot of times when people are not diagnosed with mental illnesses, also when they're just sad, people say things like "don't be sad" or "don't get stressed." But these are not words that are very consoling. Sometimes people want to express their feelings and talk about them, maybe with other people. And some of us don't really have other people to talk about these feelings. So we felt that our website would be a space where they can talk about their problems and get help for these problems in a good way, because especially when you're in these negative emotions, it's not hard to get swayed by bad things. So in this portal, we plan to include things like a chatbot, psychologist services, journaling, blogging, meditation, and other things. Because in this day and age, especially given the pandemic situation, a lot of our stresses and worries have increased by a lot, because the situation is changing almost per day in different countries and it's become pretty bad. So coming to the description of the company, as mentioned before, the product's name is Helping Hands, and this will primarily be a web portal which is designed to destigmatize mental health illnesses and seeking help for these illnesses. So through this platform we have launched, we hope that people will be able to receive personalized services and the support that they need for getting through their mental illness or getting through their bad period of life. So ultimately, we want to improve the community's understanding of this mental health and why it is so important for us to express our emotions in a healthy way. So this form of business is currently a partnership between 6 people. And coming to the trademarks and other legal issues, while we have copyrighted our website and we are dealing with ways to find permissions and licenses to provide medical services on our website, we also need to work on our trademarks. So coming to the products and services offered by the company, first one will be a chatbot, which is a free service where the user can either talk to an AI-based robot or a trained medical volunteer to deal with their mental health issues. So for people who are not comfortable talking to someone face to face, we feel that this will be a service that they can really benefit from. So they can just type out all the worries they're feeling and get help. The next one will be a psychologist session. Now, this is for people who feel that their medical needs are a lot more intense than people who are not having a good day. So, if you have any diagnosed mental illnesses or you feel like you may have an undiagnosed mental illness, you can book an appointment and get the help you need. So, as an incentive, we will be offering the first service for free and the subsequent services will have to be paid for. So next will be journaling, which is a free service, but any add-on benefits will be paid. As journaling is something that has been proven to be very helpful for people who are dealing with any mental health illnesses, because it helps you organize all the chaotic thoughts in your head. And next is meditation. So given the rising anxiety, stress during this time, we feel that meditation is something that can really help people. So we will include some soothing music as well as guided meditation on our website. Next, we will have a blog section with a forum, and in this the users can post blogs and interact with other users, share coping mechanisms and other things, so that we can have a community of people who are understanding and helpful for helping other people. So our management leadership, the company is headed by Aditi, which is me, and Sanjana, Abhishek, Rohit, Lakshmikant, and Defeta. So given the current pandemic situation and the fact that a lot of our project team members don't live in the same country or the same city, we've decided to have a remote-based working model. So each of us will be working from our own homes. Thanks to the technological progress, we're all able to work from our own homes, and we have a business model that is completely online, and all our services, products are offered online, so anybody can access them. This is also another important feature because we want our product to be more widely used by people, as we feel it's something that everyone can use at this juncture in their life. So the company was started on the 13th of March 2021 as a part of our Lean Startup Management course. We were put together as a team and decided to make a project and a business that would be something that would help people during this pandemic situation. So after discussing our worries, we found that mental health illnesses are something that were there even before the pandemic, but have started rising because of it. And it is quite a niche industry, and the scope of the industry getting bigger, the market size is getting bigger because a lot of people are getting aware of these problems and trying to find ways to um, seek help or try to express their emotions. So we felt that it was a good market to get into as well as a good service to provide in a time like this. So we have built a website using Wix, and we will also be in talks with psychologists so that we can get them to give appointments and provide sessions for our users. So since the business is fairly new, we don't have any specialized firms to handle all our billing and payroll. But as the company grows and the number of our users increase, we will look into outsourcing some of these ventures like getting accountants or managing our employees and their payroll. We also plan to link our customers to psychologists, so we will need to be in talks with clinics to get psychologists to link up to our website as well as negotiate any sort of commission that we will get from when somebody uses our portal to book an appointment. So given the financial status, since it is an online business, our initial investment capital was very low. And as the business grows, we will soon have more money, which we can invest into getting employees and adding further new features to our website.
Hello everyone, I'm Abhishek Rochester, the CFO of Helping Hands, and today I'm going to talk about opportunity analysis canvas and the business model canvas of our company. We'll also be talking about competitive forces model. Uh, that means we'll be discussing about the competitive forces that we will be facing as a company. We'll also be doing a best and SWOT analysis of the company. Starting with opportunity analysis canvas, opportunity analysis canvas is a roadmap that any entrepreneur should follow while starting a startup. So similarly, we as a team also did the same steps that are stated in this canvas. We had a mindset to help people go through their mental stress and anxiety. So hence we made this website, and we got the motivation to make this website due to the current pandemic situation and how people are losing a lot of their loved ones to the virus, and we thought that we could help them cope with grief and also other mental stresses and anxieties. Coming to industry conditions, industry status, and macroeconomic change, all these topics are further explained in under the industry analysis slides. And also competition and value innovation is also explained in the further slides. So talking about business model canvas, the first part is key partners. So our key partners will be schools and colleges of psychiatrists and therapists, so that the therapists can provide the required counseling and therapy for the mentally ill people and mentally stressed people. So the key activities in our website or in our company would be chatbots and volunteer staff who will be replying to the messages written by our customers. And also there will be therapy sessions included in our services. Coming to value propositions. In value propositions, we'll be talking about what value we will be providing. So we will be helping people's mental health by our service. Our main value would be the chatbot, which will be trained to talk to people, and also linking people to therapists and psychiatrists to help their mental health problems. Talking about the customers, our main target customers will be uh, of the local area and also the college students who will need mental health services. We'll reach out to them through PSAs about seriousness of mental health stress and mental stress and anxiety. Talking about key resources, we would need psychiatrists and therapists for the counselings, and also we would need software developers. Talking about cost structure, the cost involved for the platform would be website creation cost, database integration cost, optimization of search engines cost, and advertisement cost as well. So talking about revenue streams, we will be focused on client-based sales force. Our clients might be individual people or maybe even companies who would require our services. We can help companies in dealing with work-related stress for their employees. And our main revenue for now would be from the above sources and also ad revenue from the website. Talking about competitive forces, uh, so our main competition would be two websites, BetterHelp and Self Helpline. They have already established themselves as mental health websites, and they are the main competitions that we should be worrying about. Talking about new entry, so there is a possibility that new ventures like us can enter the market, and that's a threat because there is no barriers for entry, and it is easy to make a platform like ours. And same thing with this threat of substitution. If anyone who are plagiarizing us or who have a cheaper platform than us can easily substitute us. So those are the things that we need to keep in mind uh, when we are talking about the competitive forces involving our company. Talking about the best analysis. Best analysis is the political factors, economic factors, social factors, and technological factors affecting our company. So talking about the political factors, in the current situation, government has been providing loans, government has been cutting taxes, and since many people have internet connections, it will be really helpful for startups like ours to start in this current situation because there's tax cut and loans. Talking about the economic factors, due to tremendous layoffs and loss of businesses, we are able to enter the market because when businesses are gone, there's space for new businesses like ours. And even though if most people aren't willing to pay for our services, we will be generating ad revenue. And talking about social factors, the recent restrictions and rising fear of the virus has taken a toll on the mental health of a lot of people. So the current pandemic situation has affected society as a whole, and uh, the social factor would be that we would be helping society as a whole. Talking about technological factors, uh, the technological requirements for our venture is pretty basic. The customers would just need a mobile device or a laptop to access our website. So in the technological field, I think that's how we have covered our market. Talking about the SWOT analysis of our company, the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities and threats of our companies. Talking about the strength of our company, our main strength would be accessibility because online websites are easy to access for more people. Anyone with an internet connection and mobile device would be getting our services. Second part is we would be protecting people's privacies, and their personal information will be confidential. And the main motto, the main motivation of this service is to destigmatize the taboo of mental health problems in India. The weaknesses of our company would might be that like people might be skeptical of our company. They might think we are some scammers or spammers, since a lot of spams and scams are happening in India, and hence people are hesitant to register for our online services. So for the time being, we also lack some resources to hire psychiatrists. So there will be uh, not so many psychiatrists appointed at first, but we will be working on that. Um, and the third part would be, the third weakness would be like, we cannot tackle all types of mental health problems like ADHD or schizophrenia, or really serious mental health illnesses will not be covered by us, because that's really serious and online help would not be effective. Talking about opportunities, we think our venture has great potential in the market. People who want to get help for their mental problems will get really will find our service really helpful. For the time being, we haven't seen much competition in the market, and only few others have the similar idea. We plan to advertise our online services in the near future in the big online platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc. This will give us exposure that we need, and more customers will be coming to our website. Finally, talking about the threats that are faced by our company is unacceptance from some people who still thinks mental health is a taboo and should not be discussed in any way. So to combat that, we have planned to do ESAs about mental health and how many lives are lost due to mental health problems, and it's a slow killer. So we would be pitching that announcement to the people, so that people will be more serious about mental health. Another threat would be hacking and plagiarism. Hackers can plagiarize our code or our intellectual property, such as our website and chatbot, and which would be a big loss for us. So we will hire an IT specialist who will encrypt our data and build a firewall to protect our online services. Patent and copyright for our services can also be done to secure our ideas. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Rohit. I'm Chief Technical Officer of Helping Hands. I'm gonna discuss about industry analysis. The various points in industry analysis are: the first point, size and growth rate of the industry. This industry has the industry has an immense potential, especially in the future. Our daily lives have become a lot more stressful, and people need more safe outlets to deal with their grief. So this industry has so much potential to increase in the future. The second point is industry maturity. This industry has great chance to mature in future. It is an emerging industry in India. Most people have started developing an interest towards the mental health, and the awareness is been increasing a lot. So the new products keep showing up in the market. Therefore, there is a huge potential for this industry to grow. The third point is sensitivity to economic cycles. According to a survey, it has been found out that many people are mentally depressed or they are feeling stressed during economic depression. And not only that, like there are many more factors like when there are more layoffs, increased pressure of work and working from home. So people face these difficult times and may turn to unsafe methods of coping. This application that we are doing will help them to find a safe place to deal with their emotions. Third point would be seasonal factors. Hence as the pandemic has proved, there is no reason when a person can be mentally stressed. It is not dependent on any season. So we don't have any seasonal factors that might affect. Although a survey has shown that people will more depressed during the winter months due to lack of sunlight. The next point is technological factors. Due to the pandemic, there is an increase in number of people with access to internet and devices that can support audio or video communication. So this helps us reaching a large number of people. Since there are lot restrictions for going out, this would help us. Next point would be supply and distribution. We plan to distribute our products directly to customers without any intermediates. So we don't nearly, as our thing is an online thing, we really don't need supply and distribution channels. Next, anticipated change and trends in the industry. There seems to be a growing trend towards online chatbots as well as journaling to help with mental health. These days, it's not just the people clinically diagnosed with illness. A lot of people are restoring to counseling to deal with the stress of their normal life. The next point would be global industry concerns. The main concern would be protecting the private data of customers. It is really important to protect the private data because if we are compromising on private data, the customer can be identified and there are many scams going on nowadays. So it would be very much important to us to protect the data. So we are privacy is a more important aspect of service and we are dealing with private data. So we are working towards protecting it and we will protect the private data of customers. Future competition, as it is a growing industry and there is a lot of potential in it, there will be many companies who would come in future with the same idea. So it would be great. Next point would be definition of strategic position. The company will not only focus on serious mental health issues but also general issues regarding the stress or sadness faced by normal day-to-day lives. We are planning to incorporate some traditional methods like blogging or journaling. In addition, we also plan to update the website or our app by keeping up the current research in the field of mental health and incorporating those features in app so that it would help our customers to get relieved as fast as they can. And we can also say there is sufficient care will be taken to protect the data of customers so that they can maintain trust in the company and the product offered will be continued to use. Next thing I will be discussing is technological plan. The goals and positions of technology goals and positions are this business plan is for a company that is heavily dependent on technology. So we need some potential funders, especially venture capitalists to scrutinize the technological plan. We are using softwares like Wix and Dialogflow by Google. These are reputed services and will ensure that data entered on the website will be protected. So we are not compromising on the private data. Next point would be software needs. The software needs for this business model are like the Wix, which is a site where we plan to develop our website in the initial stages. Second one would be chatbot. This is the service we plan to construct our mental health chatbot and web browser to view the application and test application before deploying it. Hardware needs would be we will need a computer system with a processor of at least 3 cores and a graphic card. We also need some storage space to store all the client information and records. So for this purpose, we will require a cloud storage system. And telecommunication needs would be while most aspects of the business work like website or chat application, telecommunication needs would be video and audio conferencing would be required in case user opts for a psychologist appointment. In this scenario, both parties need to connect. So we'll require a video calling interface. And personal needs, technology personal needs would be like the personal, we need a person who are skilled in web designing and psychology are needed. However, anyone with a passion for the purpose of this business and who has multiple ideas is willing to learn are welcome. Thank you.
My name is Sanjana and I'm the marketing head for Helping Hands. So first I'd like to discuss the strategic position and risk assessment for our company. Coming to the industry trend, in general, there is rising stress among societies in today's world, and this has been aggravated by the ongoing pandemic. As more people are understanding the importance of mental health in our everyday lives, even the growth for it in the marketplace is booming, and it's only expected to keep growing as more people are becoming aware of why it's necessary that we look after our mental health as much as we look after our physical health. Coming to the target market, our target consumers can be anybody from individuals to couples to families to groups, basically anyone who requires support or is having a bad day. And currently we're looking at a breakdown of approximately 50% adults and 50% children and adolescents. We'll be focusing more on the second group because we feel that they would be more comfortable with using virtual platforms like ours. And with respect to the competitive environment right now, as of now, it's healthcare providers keep entering and leaving the field quite rapidly. So the level of service is very uneven. And along with that, so is the quality and pricing of services offered. So coming to our company's strengths, our biggest strength would be that we don't just cater to those with diagnosed medical illnesses, but we help anybody who's having a bad phase. And we do that basically free of cost. We have a chatbot that can assess the primary needs of our customer and understand whether they can just use our journal and blog options, or whether they need to be connected with trained professionals who can offer them psychological help if they need to. And moving on to the risk assessment. So there are 7 different types of risk, including market, competitive, technology, product, execution, financial, and regulatory. So of these, we've identified that competitive risk and execution risk is where we have most to be afraid of. So this is because with respect to competitive risk, there are very well established players already in the market. And although most of their services are paid, they are very well reputed. So we would need to market very well in order to gain a name for ourselves. And execution risk, we always stand that we might not be able to effectively manage our rollout, and we won't be able to proceed along with our necessary timelines. Moving on to the competition. So our primary edge would be that we have both accessibility and anonymity. Our main goal was to ensure that anybody with a stable internet connection could potentially use our services without any problem. And also, whatever data people share on the website is completely anonymous. They can choose to keep them, like, not offer any personal data at all. And even if they do, it wouldn't be leaked, or there's no chance for it to go out in any way. Market share distribution is not something that we can calculate at this point of time. And with respect to global competition, since our operations are completely online, we can cater to both local and international clients with equal ease. And our target market, as I mentioned before, is anybody who requires support. And in general, we are trying to look at people at the younger age group, especially students and working professionals who are prone to higher levels of stress and anxiety. And purchasing patterns. So initially, any usage of the website is completely free of cost, and customers would only be charged if they want to get connected with an actual psychologist. So buying sensitivities is again something that cannot be determined at this point of time. Whereas the market size and trends is, as I mentioned, booming, and the market is an extremely big arena at this point of time. Our marketing planning and sales strategy would be, our main message is that mental health is as important as physical health, and we want to encourage people to reach out for help, not just when they have physical ailments, but also when they're having a mentally bad day. And marketing strategies, since we're targeting the younger age group, we're looking at focusing more on social media as well as using public service announcements, etc. And strategic partnerships, we are trying to get in touch with established clinics so that we can get trained professionals like psychiatrists and psychologists who could help out with our clients. And regarding our sales force and structure, our company is entirely service-based. We have a client-based approach. So if a client approaches us saying that we need to boost company morale for an entire group, that is something that we could do, or we could also employ one-on-one discussions or sessions with the employees as they need to. So we can cater our services according to the needs of the client.
Hi, myself Lakshmikant, the operating officer of Helping Hands. Let me talk about a few operational aspects of our company. Operations include plant facilities and manufacturing, etc. These are generally discussed with factories, with production units, and those who deal with materialistic things. Since being an online platform, we don't really need to worry about these, but still, there are few places which we can relate to us. So, speaking about plants and facilities, we do need an office setup where we can work upon our website and provide services by interacting to our clients. Since we aren't selling any physical product, we don't really need a manufacturing or a production plan. Labor requirements are necessary regardless of it being a virtual platform. We do need people who can handle the back end of the website and debug on regular basis. In order to keep a perfect flow of work, we do need assistants to take care of the paperwork at the office. Quality control refers to frequent check on the website interface and chatbot response. In order to make sure our client don't face any problems after the launch of the website, we are planning to have a group of people who can take up mock sessions where the errors are assessed and the issues are taken note of. Equipment refers to desktop monitors through which we can talk to our clients and servers so as to store data. The furniture is the general stuff needed for the office. Inventory management cannot be described to our company, but we can refer the data stored in our servers as the inventory. We also provide customer services through client talking and chat box, which will be available 24/7 for the customers. Development of the project includes charging our customers after a certain point of time, and we also aim to reach few companies directly to meet the needs of the employees. Financial control isn't a concern at the initial stages of a company as we provide a free platform, but at the later stages we are planning to charge some basic fee and we might hold records of all the transactions. The chief financial officer will be responsible for all these. The rules and regulations of the services provided by the company are clearly stated prior to the customer, and we assure that we take privacy of our clients to utmost care. All the data that has been stored in the servers are also being put up in the cloud storage so as to face any kind of emergency that can lead to data loss of the platform. Moving on to the management and the organization, let me introduce the management of our company. Aditi as the CEO of the company, Rohit as technical officer, Abhishek as the financial officer, Bafeta as the HR, Sanjana as the marketing director, and myself Lakshmikant as the operating officer. Now, Bafeta will be talking about social responsibility and sustainability. Thank you.
Coming to social responsibility and sustainability, one of the goals of our company is to provide free mental health care to those who are in need of it. We want to send a message that mental health is just as important as physical health, especially given the rise of cases of suicide, self-harm, etc. A lot of people feel like counselors are just those who are for those who are mentally ill, but we want to show that every one of us needs help at some point in our lives and there's no shame in asking for it. So the policy of our company is to rebrand the myth that only those with serious mental health problems need to visit a professional for their issues, because a lot of us have problems in our life, and if we're not able to deal with it properly, irrespective of what issues we have, we will face bigger problems if we don't take care of our mental health. Next, coming to a social responsibility certification, the counselors in chatbot will be trained on proper methods to deal with emotions from certification cases online. We will also consider text from these sources for our website, because we believe that customers will be drawn to our company if they believe that they will get the right kind of help from us. So we would like to incorporate the community into our business by means of the forums, the blogs, as well as the groups. People can share their experiences and heal together. Coming to sustainability, since we're all working remotely, that this will reduce our travel charges as well as any sort of pollution that we will be causing by traveling. We also plan to incorporate gardening as a coping mechanism so that this can help create awareness about going green. Coming to our development milestone and exit plans, our long-term company goal is to maintain a stable level of service for the people in need while also ensuring a steady profit. Coming to our growth strategy, we want to gain a foothold in the market by providing the service that a lot of other people are giving, but in a different way. Because we're not just focusing on one service, we're focusing on multiple different coping mechanisms that people can have. Coming to milestones, we would like our product to have a good reach so people all around the world will be able to use it. Going global is quite difficult because as we're a digital company, we have a lot of competitors, and not only competitors, will face a lot of government issues from any cybersecurity laws in that country, etc. And investors might lose interest if the company doesn't outshine its competitors. Our exit plans, by considering a few exit strategies, we can ensure security for the investment by investors. Merging will be a good option as our platform is built to a decent level and venture capitalists plan to liquidate their investments. Coming to our financials, our platform is free to use, and the costs incurred in setting up the platform are also very less, and the company will be getting some money from referral percentage as well. Coming to cash flow projections, the cash flow begins after the initial phase when we charge users for our services. Main income will be coming from users paying for services as well as the advertisements that we plan to incorporate on our website. Balance sheets, the CFO will take care of this by adding all the expenses, and external content will be brought in when the need arises. Coming to our sources and use of funds or profits that the company will get will be used to expand the services. The income sources would be from advertisers' percentage when we refer client to a psychiatrist and payment from customer. So our assumptions are that the website will have stable customers who use some of our paid services regularly. There will be less competition and software will become very popular. These are our sources. Thank you.